All right, everybody, welcome to RT615. We're in our second week, March 21st through 25th here in the year of our Lord 2022, we could say. Here in the second class, this week, I want to just talk about the introduction to the week. There is another video you need to watch to see the lecture and the presentation for this week. But this week, you're going to emphasize resources for biblical study research. We have a guest presenter, Tiffany Smith, our librarian. She's going to talk about a number of resources that we have in the library, so you need to be aware of that, not only for this class and writing a syllabus as if you're writing a master's thesis, but for any course. She knows the materials you need and how to get other materials available that are out there. There is a new program the library has just started called Mobius. You got the email that has this instructions for Mobius. There are several links to that email. Open them up. There are videos to also introduce. If Tiffany were in the room, she'd be doing the same thing as she's doing in those videos. So take advantage of those opportunities to find even more materials than what we have in our own library. Those are our library loan opportunity that we have now through that organization called Mobius. This week, in the video, as you watch the video that's posted there right below this one, Mrs. Smith is introducing the library, and then at the end of that, the resources in the library for doing research. And then at the end of that, I'm going to talk about resources from our perspective, how to think about resources. Your assignment for next week is to begin your bibliography for this hypothetical research project. You've chosen a topic, and I'm going to interact with you on it this week. I've not done that to anyone. I've looked at the one topic that's been presented. Please, everybody, enter it, and then enter it in Canvas, and then let me process with you. Now you're going to take that topic and start finding resources, sources, books, journal articles, other places that you could answer your question, your research question. So we're going to talk a little bit more about how to process the topic that you have by starting your research. That initial bibliography, meaning it's not going to be the complete bibliography that you turn in that final assignment for your syllabus, for your master's thesis project, your master's thesis, but it's going to get you starting in the category. So I'm going to ask you to find 5 different books, 5 different journal articles, 5 different resource. What am I thinking of? Level 1, first level research, not a secondary, but an original resource is what I'm thinking of. And then dictionaries and unpublished material. You're going to start lay out the structure of your bibliography. Go to the sample that I've given and the sample that you have linked here for the last week's video that another student did, and you're going to see the categories that you lay out your bibliography. You're looking into Turabian. I've got another practice for you in Turabian from chapter 17. Now we're going to look at some specific kinds of resources. Yes, you laid that out in your first one, your first practice here in chapters 15 and 16, and then you talked a little bit in 20 about formatting style issues. But here in the next assignment, you're going to take it a little further, look a little deeper into Turabian. Our textbook's Turabian, but we supplement that with the Calvary Style Guide. So check the Calvary Style Guide. Next class, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Style Guide and things that you should see there. And that not only will help you write for this class and the syllabus, your hypothetical research project for doing a master's thesis here at Calvary, but also for any paper that you have to do here in the seminary and at Calvary. It's a process that we're going through research-wise and writing-wise, but then definitely the formatting-wise as well. So enjoy the video of Mrs. Smith making the presentation about the library resources, minus the Mobius presentation, so you got to refer to that email. But then stay on, and I'm going to make another presentation relative to our researching and how we start thinking about research sources there. Now, bear with me. I was recovering from COVID. I cough a lot, so it's not the best presentation. And I did not deal with the practice and did not deal with continuity, discontinuity, both just because of my fatigue at that point. But enjoy this session. I'll come back next Monday with our third session and record a lecture for us talking through constructing an argument. But for tonight, or whenever you're watching this and the next video, learn about how to do research. Have a good week in the Lord.